my name is Karis Gamble with STL TV, and we are in the Starry Night Pavilion outside of the St. Louis Galleria for Beyond Van Gogh, the Immersive Experience. So I am here with Fanny Kurtak, and she is the curator of this experience. So how are you doing, first of all?
Very good. Thank you. Thank you for being here.
No problem. Thanks for having me. So this is beautiful. This is over 300 of the famous Dutch painter Vincent van Gogh's pieces. So can you tell me a little bit about this experience?
So this is all about blending a traditional object, art historical object, with cutting-edge projection technology that allows to create really this journey for the audience to literally set foot into his world and into his vision. We think of Van Gogh most of the time for the darkness of his life, and although all of this darkness is true and real, that's not what you see when you look at his work. You have these vibrant colors, and so it's for people to really be immersed in those.
Yes. So I know there are so many painters and artists, but why Van Gogh? Like, out of all of the artists, why Van Gogh?
I would say there are two reasons.
Okay.
First of all, there's something easy to animate with his work, because when you look at an original, which I encourage people to do so, because in the St. Louis Museum, there are 5 Van Goghs on the wall, and so it's a great complement for this type of experience. When you look at an original, it already looks like it's leaping off the wall to go towards you because the colors are so vibrant and the movement is so present. We remember Starry Night for the twirling sky more than anything. And so he's a very easy fit for this type of experience. But also, second reason, I think he's also very relevant right now. We've all been through so much with the confinement and the struggles, and here you have somebody who did indeed struggle but transcended everything into a work of art, work of beauty, and somebody who, while in an asylum cell, painted Starry Night. And so I think he's still even more relevant today, even though he's quite timeless. It rings particularly well with what we're going through right now.
Yes, I definitely agree. It's just the way that the art is feeling like it's in me, like almost around me, like just surrounding me. It's just amazing. I love it. So can you kind of speak about the technology that went into creating this? Because this is not art. This is not like paintings. This is exactly projections and things like that. So can you tell me about the technology used?
Exactly. Actually, the technology, for me, everybody who worked on this aspect of the project, they're wizards, because I don't understand much of what they did.
Okay.
There's 100 of people who worked on this project, but you're right, we don't have the objects. What we have is this tool to allow us to breathe new life into them. So what happened was that each and every animator that worked on this had a specific project and found an angle about what can we move in this work without taking away the essence. How can this movement help tell the story that we want to say about going beyond the darkness of the myth and into the color? And so you have this tool, incredible tool, that allows you to really follow the brushstrokes on the ground, to just walk through the colors and be inspired. And so it's really quite unique and actually quite hard to describe. It's something that you really need to be immersed in to experiment.
And the immersion it takes over you when you walk in. It's almost breathtaking when you walk into, which part is this that we're in?
We are in the final room, the immersive room. So the experience is divided into 3 rooms. You have the first one, which is sort of an introduction hall, where you get to meet Van Gogh through his own words and through some texts are helping to pinpoint like how relevant he still is and how a 21st century audience can relate to a 19th century artist. And then you have sort of the waterfall room, which is acting as a portal to sort of prepare you a little bit for the dreamlike experience of the final room in which we are right now, the immersive room.
Okay, that's awesome. So dialing into one of my last questions, I'm wondering, for a person who is not really totally into art, why would this be a perfect place for them to come and enjoy a different type of experience?
I think this is exactly the purpose of that type of project. Either you know already about Van Gogh and then you get to see this other angle. Like for me, it was living a fantasy of walking through one of his paintings. But you're right, when you don't know anything about him, or you feel like museums may be intimidating or not for you, this is a great way of accessing his art differently. And my hope is that people will develop this connection and maybe be curious about seeing an original, which there's a magic to it we can't describe. There's something unique in the aura of an original. So it's really about creating these bridges between experiences to just help people navigate the art world and see what it can bring us today.
Okay, well, thank you so much. If anybody wants to come and see this, how can they do that?
So tickets and all of the information can be found on vangoghstlouis.com, and everything's on this website. It's here until November 21st, and I hope everybody will get to enjoy it.
All right, well, thank you, Fanny, for joining me, and thank you guys for joining us. This has been Karis Gamble with STL TV. Until next time.